What's up, Underdogs? Welcome back to another episode of the Academy of Underdogs. Tonight I sat down with my new friend Zaria Smiley. Zaria is a young lady who has lived all over the country and is currently residing in Steamboat Springs, Colorado. She got into the sport of golf back in high school and did so well at the sport that she was offered and accepted a scholarship to Geneva College. We really dig into her struggles in college, how she handled them, and the consequences of her actions that she took. As we all know, life isn't always easy. In fact, it can be a lot harder than it is easy, and not everyone handles situations the same. I don't want to give too much away, so please enjoy my talk with my new friend, Zaria. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
Music brush. We call imagination. Understand? Understand? You understand? Imagine. Imaginate. You understand? Imagine.
The tools, and we will finish the job.
Welcome to the Academy of Underdogs podcast, a place where a community is being built. A community of underdogs who are striving to do better and be better. Here's your host, Dev Dog.
What's up, Underdogs? Welcome back to another slamming episode coming at you. Dev Dog here, per usual. Here with my new friend Zaria Smiley.
Hello.
We just met recently through my girlfriend Jenny. She's the first girl on the show, or first person in general on the show, that I haven't known for years and been friends with for years. So we're just starting to get acquainted, and it's been fun. We actually did a recording last week, and so that's why I didn't come out with a new episode this past week. Today's September 14th?
I think so.
September 14th, 2023. And this week I didn't come out with a new episode, and it was because we had a recording, and I don't know, I just thought it could be better. And so here we are again. Just wanted to point out this t-shirt that I'm wearing. It's the new Academy of Underdogs merchandise. Just got them made. I don't have too many of them, but they'll be on sale soon. So, Zaria, what's happening, girl?
Oh, just living, closing out the summer.
Yeah.
Another season in the boat.
How was your day today?
It was good. We went to Craig.
What did you do with Craig?
Nothing. We just went to the store. Did something we could have
That's
done here,
one thing.
really.
That's one thing that you can't do in Craig. Like, the Walmart is
Yeah, it's a bigger Walmart.
5 times as big as the one in Steamboat.
So I went there, grabbed some things, got some Wendy's, came home.
Hell yeah. Did you go to Murdoch's?
Yeah.
No. Murdoch's is one of my favorite stores to go to there.
Is it?
I'm an outdoorsman,
Right.
and so they got a lot of outdoors stuff. Plus sometimes they got like little chicks, like chickens.
Oh, really?
Little baby chicks.
I can't raise a chicken in the ponds, man.
Wait, what?
I can't raise a chicken in the ponds.
Oh, no. Probably
Put me
not.
out.
But I mean, you could go and see them.
I could go and see them.
I like just seeing baby things.
That's good.
At least baby animals. Baby humans.
Not for you.
No, they're cool.
Okay.
Baby humans are cool. They just look like aliens for a little bit, and then they don't do much. You know, they look at you and smile at you, and then you smile back at them.
That's it.
They're cool, you know.
interaction.
Yeah, it's life. It's literally life at the beginning.
They get fun ones.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't have a baby yet. I got a
Right.
baby dog.
Oh no.
I have to have a a kid though, because I'm the last Miller.
Oh, gotta continue the name.
Yeah, right behind you is my like little family.
Oh wow.
Thing, and yeah, I redid the studio. If you haven't
I
noticed,
see.
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted more depth, so I added put the backdrop a little back further and added some pictures. But yeah, the Miller thing, it
That's
talks
cool.
about like carrying your keeping your name clean. You know, like you can brush dirt off your pants and stuff like that. Keep
Right.
your name clean, and so
Right.
then you hand off to your son or your daughter or whatever.
That's kind of sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, here we are. Sorry, I got distracted. I started talking about myself, but that's not why we're here. So Zaria, I met you through Jenny. We met at the one of the free concerts one night.
Yes.
And you just recently, or like, it's been a little bit of time, but you recently, within recent being in the last couple of years, moved to Steamboat.
Yeah. I moved to Steamboat last December.
Last December.
Yeah, super recent.
Right in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
That was whenever we had a shit ton of snow too.
Yep.
Already.
Right before Christmas.
Yeah, man, that was a killer time
It was
for
wild.
skiing and snowboarding.
Mm-hmm.
It was a record-breaking year for us.
That's what I
for
heard.
snow. Yeah,
That's what they told me.
it was a lot of fun. But you don't ski or snowboard, do you?
No, we're gonna try again this coming season though.
Yeah?
See what happens, yeah.
You're gonna give it a shot?
Yeah.
What are you gonna try?
Just gonna decide when the snow starts falling.
Yeah.
Can't think too much about it yet.
I would suggest skiing.
That's what they all say.
Just, I mean, snowboarding is way cooler, way
Right.
more fun.
Right.
Fuck you skiers. No, just kidding. I ski too. But I'm just a lot better at it. But that's snowboarding.
Mhm.
But skiing, I think, is easier to like learn and like get up on the mountain and be able to like explore.
That's what I hear. But you know, we get two never ever, so maybe I'll just do one of each.
As you
Get
should.
good at one and then do the other one.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta try both.
Exactly.
Maybe
Sounds
you'll just
right.
fucking slay it on snow on a board.
Maybe I'll do them both very well.
Yeah.
I'm a fast learner.
Apparently, you're pretty good at tennis.
What can I say? Golf.
Golf. I said that last time too. Damn it, I knew that. Yeah, so Zaria is a golfer, or was a golfer. We'll get into that in a little bit, but you also said that this was a dream come true,
It is.
being on a podcast,
Yes.
which makes me feel good
As it should
that
be.
I'm able to give you a dream come true.
It's a good thing.
I've never done that before.
Happy to have that experience.
Why have you always wanted to be on a podcast?
I just think it's so funky and so fresh. Just a
Fucking fresh.
recorded conversation for the world to hear.
Yeah,
Pretty sick.
that's what it is. Sometimes they're. Do you like listen to podcasts a lot?
Sometimes.
Like what's your favorite podcast, or what are your podcasts?
I like a little like a murder mystery podcast.
Okay, typical girl.
Okay. I like some
Just sorry. Just
talk show stuff. More so, but yeah, leaning more towards like a little true crime, a little murder mystery, maybe a little. That's pretty much, yeah. Those are the top. That's the top. Murder mystery, true crime.
Oh yeah, I can get into some murder. I always used to talk shit on it because that's all the Jenny ever
Because it's
listened
so
to.
good.
It's like no wonder you're so paranoid. Is because all you listen to is murder.
It's too good. She gets it. She just gets it.
She does get it. Snap. My microphone fell off. Have you seen? Do you have Netflix?
Mhm.
Have you seen Murder Only? Or no, it is Only Murder in the Building.
With Selena Gomez?
Yeah.
No, I didn't watch it.
No.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's a good show.
Is it?
Yeah.
I hear good things.
It's a good
I
one.
hear
Check
good
it out.
things.
So you are now here, an official underdog coming on with the podcast.
Here I am.
Do you feel like you've ever been an underdog in life?
I'd say I used to be. I don't think as much now. I used to be though, when I was like younger in school, I was a little more quiet, a little more reserved, a little more. Well, I used to be a bully little kid, but I'm past that now because I'm grown. But back in my time, I was getting bullied, and they would just think that I was not going to do anything. But now I'm grown up, and now I'm not so much of an underdog.
Did you do anything?
Conquered it. I was a tussler.
Yeah.
Back when I was young.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I was.
Can't let people walk all over you.
Never that. But we're past that now. And now I don't think as much, but I think at one point I was for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think changed?
I just think I changed the way that I think I just changed what I allowed to happen to me and how I responded to certain things.
Word.
And then I just changed the way that people treated me, you know?
Yeah.
Like people only do what you allow type thing.
No doubt. Like
That's
if
what
you
it
let
was.
people walk all over you,
They're
then
gonna.
they're gonna. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
You gotta stand up for yourself.
For sure.
Well, word. Good for you. Myself, I was never really bullied per se.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was a small kid back in high school, middle school. Like, in 7th grade, I wrestled 75 pounds. So I was like a twig. I think my nickname for my parents was Stick Boy. But I like had a friend group around me that wouldn't allow other people to bully me. They were like, we're the only ones that are allowed to bully him.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So that was cool. I watched the video of us earlier, and I say a lot. Where did you grow up, Zaria?
A little bit of here, a little bit of there. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and then I lived there till I was like 4 or 5, and then I lived in Alabama for a year in Phoenix City, and then I moved to South Carolina for like 3 years, and then I moved to Alabama again for like 4 more years.
Dang.
And that was, I want to say around like 13 is when I moved from Alabama to Texas. And I went to 8th grade in Texas, and then I went to all of high school in Texas.
What part of Texas?
San Antonio.
San Antonio?
Yeah.
Never been to Texas.
It's a fun spot.
I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, so I really would love to go to a game.
Their defense did really well.
Oh, man. Absolutely
Good.
slayed
Good.
last week.
It was good.
Just completely destroyed the Giants. Sorry, Giants fans.
It was
But that
good.
was embarrassing
It was
for you.
good.
Are you a Cowboys fan? Are you a football fan? Now that it's football season.
It is football season. I used to be a college football stan, and then I wasn't. But now we're getting back into it. We're trying to do our Sunday footballs thing in our apartment. So far so good.
Yeah, you said you watched all.
We watched all the games Sunday.
You use Red Zone or?
We did Red Zone for the first few, and then we watched the morning games. We did Red Zone. I remember I think we did Red Zone for the second. I think we did Red Zone all day, and then we just watched who played at the end of the day, the Broncos game later on in the day. But just watched that one. Regular.
Oh yeah, Sunday Night Football was the Cowboys game.
Who was that? Oh yeah, there you go. That's who we watched. When did the Broncos play? In the middle of the day.
Yeah, I think
Midday.
they had the afternoon game.
Yeah, the Cowboys game. That's when we watched in the nighttime.
I also watched that.
It was a
great.
good one.
It was great also because I have the Cowboys defense on my fantasy team. They got me 35 or 38 points.
My friend had the Cowboys defense for his fantasy team, and he was also very excited about how many points they got.
Oh man, I blew my buddy Jake out of the water.
Did you?
Yeah, I almost broke 200 points.
Well,
I don't know if you know anything about fantasy football.
I learned a couple things, but that's good. Good job.
Thanks. I had a really good football weekend that weekend.
That's good.
Because I'm a Penn State fan as well.
Yeah.
We blew Delaware out of the water, which
That's
is like whatever, because Delaware is like not a
Good kind of
great
story.
team, yeah.
Okay.
But then I won one of my fantasy leagues, and then Dallas won two. So it was a good football weekend.
That's
for me.
good. Another weekend coming up.
I know. Can't wait. We play the Jets this weekend too.
How exciting.
You know, plus, I mean, Jets were supposed to be good.
They weren't as good as I thought they were going to be. I'm glad that they won.
Aaron Rodgers
I know,
tore his Achilles.
Immediately.
That was like the whole
like
hype.
4 plays in.
Yeah. That was like the entire hype of the season.
4 plays in.
We got a star quarterback now. We're going to be something.
And now you don't got him.
And then...
Now he's gone.
That's a huge bummer for Jets fans.
4 plays in.
Well, enough about football. We could talk about football all day. Or at least I could. Tell me about your family. What was your family structure like, or how many brothers and sisters?
I have a sister and a brother. My sister's 14. My brother's 7. I'm the oldest. And I have a mom. She's a chiller.
She's a chiller.
Yeah.
How old is your mom?
My mom is 42. 43. She's 43 right now. She had me when she was 20.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're 22, right?
Mm-hmm. I'll be 23 next month.
I wonder, was that... My parents are... I'm 36. My parents are in their 60s. And so, like, they didn't have kids until later. Did you feel like maybe you were, like, a little bit closer to your mom, like, growing up because she was a little bit younger?
Probably. Not necessarily that she was younger. She was just a single mom and I was her only kid, so we were locked in.
Right.
You know, if she went, I went type thing. So, yeah.
I guess you, growing up, like, you don't think of your mom being younger.
No.
She's
now
just
I'd
your
say,
mom.
like, we're pretty close. Like, now, like, you know,
Yeah.
she's older than me. Obviously, she's my mom. But she's not that much older than me, you know. She wasn't, not too long ago, she was 22. She had a kid, but she was still living her life.
Yeah. Good for her.
Yeah.
Single mom.
Doing her thing.
Doing her thing. What happened to Dad?
He died.
And that was before you were born?
No, when I was 9. The day after my 9th birthday.
Dang.
Yeah.
How did he die?
He got into an argument and he was killed in Denver.
Damn! For real?
Yeah.
He was murdered.
Yeah.
Is that why you're so into murder mysteries?
No.
Sorry. Were you guys like talk about that? I mean, that's got to be a bit of a like an event for a young girl of 9 years old to lose her daddy.
Definitely.
Were you guys close before that?
Not like super. Like we were as close as we could be given the circumstances.
What were the circumstances?
He just like had some stuff going on and like stuff that he was battling his own demons at the time.
Yeah.
So
as we all are.
Yeah, and we didn't live in the same place, and
so they were separated.
Yeah. But it was like fine. We were cool. We were not. I don't want to say we were cool, but we were like fairly close-ish, close as we could be at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But he had his faults for sure. But yeah, it was an event. It was a time.
Yeah.
It was a time.
Did that have any effect on you at all, like, afterwards?
Yeah. Went to some therapy.
Yeah.
Had some times.
You still going to therapy?
No. Probably should be, but no.
Hey, I mean...
But we'll get back there soon.
You know, if you... there's absolutely nothing wrong with people going to therapy.
Oh, for sure. No shame in my game. I'll get back there soon.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like you feel like you want to?
Yeah, for sure.
Felt like it helped?
Yeah.
Just somebody to talk to, or?
And it was just, well, I just, you know, diagnoses, traumas to work through. I've lived quite a life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, gotta get back to it. Put it off for a couple of years. Time to get back to the grind. It's just hard.
What's hard about it?
Therapy?
Yeah.
Well, it's just a lot of like thinking and digging and feeling and just it's a lot. It's quite tiring when you're really in it.
I can imagine. I've personally not ever gone to therapy, but my friend Alyssa, who I had on one of the episodes, we talked about her anxiety and her going to therapy and how it's tremendously helped her and her relationship with her husband, Sean, who's also one of my best friends. So that's, I mean, I'm a big...
Recommend it to anyone.
Yeah. No doubt. so grew up all over the world, lost your dad at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
When did you find golf?
My junior year of high school.
How did that come about?
I started playing softball and volleyball when I was like young. Like I think I started playing softball when I was like 8 or something, and then volleyball when I was like 10 or 11. And I was playing those for years, and then I tore my meniscus, and then I couldn't play anymore. And then, you know, I just went about life because life proceeds. And then my, like, junior year of high school, my sophomore year, I was making my schedule for my junior year. And they were like, you got to get your PE credit. And I was like, okay. And my friend took golf. And she said that it was chill, and she liked it, and she was going to play it again next season. So I said, I'll take it too. And then I did. And then it was chill, and I liked it. So I kept doing it.
So it was just started out as a class?
Yeah,
and then,
just a credit.
And then you just loved it?
And I liked it.
You liked it a lot?
I liked it.
It turned out to be, what did you say last time? Not bad?
Not bad, yeah.
I didn't suck?
I didn't suck.
Which actually means she was actually pretty damn good.
I didn't suck.
You know, good enough that you got a scholarship to a college for it.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen to everybody.
Sure.
Do you think you have a little bit of a, oh man, I can't think of the imposter syndrome?
I mean, it's more so just like I know what a good score is, and I know what my scores were, and they like weren't that great.
Yeah. When you say good score, are you thinking like a professional score or just like a regular good golfer?
Just a regular good golfer, just like someone who's just a good golfer.
What would you say your average score was, like, say, just in high school?
When I first, like, my first season, my average was, like, low 110, like, 110, 111-ish, 112-ish. And then senior year, got a little lower, and then I hit, like, 100 flat, and then moved into college, and then started getting a little bit lower from there. And then it started getting a little bit higher, because then I stopped going to practice.
You stopped going to practice?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll get into that in a little bit too. What was it about golf that you liked, like, that made you want to keep going?
It's a very, like, personal game, and it's, like, quiet. Whereas, like, volleyball and softball, they were very loud. It's a very team game. It's a lot of, like, worried about what everyone else is doing. But when you're golfing, you're just worried about what you're doing. You're playing your game by yourself.
It's kind of like, it's not like a team sport.
No.
It's just a solo sport.
Yeah, like, your team is, like, judged together, obviously, but...
Right. Yeah, team is in everybody golfs and then the scores combined. But whenever you're out there on the tee, it's just you. You and the golf ball and the...
Just you and the vibes.
I like that too. I'm not a golfer. I've golfed an actual game probably twice, and then I went one time with my uncle whenever I was like little, and I kept trying to do the Happy Gilmore swing.
Did you make it once?
No, I don't think so. I might have hit the ball, but I did not take it seriously at all. And my uncle was like an avid golfer, and he took me as like a favor, or like, you know, to be a fun uncle.
Yeah.
And then I was just, so he got a little frustrated with me.
Are you gonna go on Tuesday?
Tuesday? What's Tuesday?
It's for the ticket office.
Golfing on Tuesday?
I'm going golfing on Tuesday.
I mean,
It's Tuesday the 19th.
I probably. Wait, no, we got Tuesday. Yes, it is.
That's where we're going, Tuesday.
Damn. I mean, usually I have to work on a Tuesday.
It's at 3.
At 3? Oh man, I could skip out early.
You could leave early. You could go golfing.
Is Jenny going?
I think so.
She hasn't mentioned that yet. All right. That could be fun.
I think you guys should go.
I'm into that.
Just saying.
Where are you golfing at?
We're going to,
Haymaker?
Yeah.
That makes sense. Since it's owned by the
Let's
resort.
go for a free ski.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely down to golf for free. Okay. All right. I'm going to mark that down. Golfing on Tuesday.
Golfing on Tuesday.
Tuesday the 19th. 9/19.
At 3.
At 3 p.m. Not a.m.
No.
So tell me about the athletics scholarship that you got for golf.
It was at this little private college in Western Pennsylvania.
Geneva College, right?
Geneva College. It covered my tuition, so I just had to pay for my housing. And then I was getting this check from the military that was covering my housing. So I was going to college for the free ski, and it was very chill. Well, going to college for free was chill. The college itself wasn't very chill, but whatever. But yeah, I went to college for not very much money, and I played golf until I played my freshman and sophomore year, and then I didn't play my junior year, but I still went to that school, and then I left that school my junior year.
What? Why did you leave?
Why didn't I got suspended? But I got suspended after I asked for a medical withdrawal, and they told me no.
Okay, you're gonna have to go into some detail about this.
So my sophomore year, I got hospitalized because I got a little sad, and I was trying to leave this place. And so I had to go to the hospital.
A little sad and trying to leave this place?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I had to go to the hospital for a little bit.
Oh, wait. Okay. So.
You caught up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. It was a wild time.
Oh, okay.
So I had to go to the hospital for a little bit my sophomore year. And then while I was in there, one of my roommates reported us and said that we were smoking in the apartment. But my best friend, who was also my roommate at the time, burned her quesadilla. And so that's why she said that, we were smoking, we were smoking in that apartment, but smoking not when she tried to go, not when she said that we were. And so, so they went through our room while I was in the hospital and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And then I got out of the hospital and I had to go to this meeting and yada, yada, yada. And whatever, we had this whole thing after my hospital stay. And then when I came back for my junior year, they were like, do you want to take a medical withdrawal, or are you going to try to do the semester? And I was like, well, I think I'm going to try. I don't want to just be I can't do it immediately. So I'm going to try to, get back into the swing of things, keep it chill. And so I went back to school, and I was working 3 jobs, and it was just a lot. I was a busy gal. I was a full-time student.
3 jobs while going to school and playing golf?
Yes, it was quite a life.
Damn. And you were probably 19?
I was 20 at the time, I think, almost 21.
Damn, that's a lot to handle for a young girl.
It was a wild life. And so at some point it became too much, and I was like, hey guys, can I I was in counseling, because obviously they were you have to keep going to counseling if you just went to the hospital because you're trying to unalive yourself. You have to keep going to counseling while you're here. And I was like, okay. So I was going, and I was like, I think I want to do a medical withdrawal. And they were like, tell me the steps. And I was like, okay, word. So you had to get, for a medical withdrawal at this place, for what I needed it for, I had to get cleared from the psych department, and then I had to get cleared from the Student Success Center. The person who was, the dean of students or whatever. Those 2 people had to clear me for me to get my medical withdrawal. So I talked to the psych department, and I was like, this is why I think that I should get a medical withdrawal. It only makes sense. You offered this to me 2 months ago. And I told you I wanted to wait and see. And so I applied I did all the stuff for my medical withdrawal, and they told me no. They said I can't medically withdraw. And I was like, okay. And so I just wasn't going to class because I was freaking sad,
It's fucked up.
It was crazy. Yeah, it was definitely insane. And then I went home for Thanksgiving, my junior year, and they went through my room. I had a dorm by myself. And they went through my dorm while I was gone or whatever. And they found, I got written up, I want to say 2 weeks before Thanksgiving or something. It was right after homecoming. Because there was alcohol containers in my dorm, but they made me take a breathalyzer and I blew 0 because I wasn't drinking. And so we still got written up, whatever. That was my fault, shouldn't have had the alcohol containers in the dorm. No big deal. They gave us 7 punishments for that. We blew 0s, me and my best friend Emma. She didn't even live there. We blew 0s for our breathalyzer, and they gave us 7 punishments. We got a fine, community service. They sent a letter home. Emma wasn't allowed to come back into the dorms. We were on probation, and then there was a couple other things that I don't remember. But yeah, we had a lot of punishments for that. To have blown a 0.0. Oh, random drug testing was one of them.
Because you had booze in the...
Because there were empty containers in there.
And that was it. But
that was it.
You blew 0s.
I blew 0s. There were empty containers in the room.
This is a religious school, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
You think that was one of the reasons why they were so...
They had a lot of beef with me. They had knocked on my door like 6 times throughout that semester because they swore that I was smoking weed in there. And like this, okay, sure, sometimes I was smoking weed when I wasn't supposed to be on that campus. But like when they were coming to knock on my door, I like genuinely was not. Like at this point, I would say I was because enough time has passed. Like it doesn't matter. I wasn't doing it. They just were knocking on my door constantly. We got a call that you were in here smoking weed. We got a call that you were da-da-da-da. We got a call that da-da-da. I was like, okay, they searched my room like 4 or 5 times that semester.
Why do you think they had it out for you?
They just had beef. I don't know if there was somebody on the floor so you remember when I said that my roommate called and said that we were smoking in our apartment while I was in the hospital? Her sister was my resident director in this new building that I moved into. And so I don't know if she talked to her sister. I don't know if there was a problem there. I don't really know. I just know that they had a lot of beef with me in my little apartment. But whatever. So I came back from Thanksgiving break and they went through my room again. And I had to have another hearing. And then they were like, we're going to have to let you go. And I was like, it's almost like I asked y'all if I could leave 2 months ago. And you told me no. And then they got mad. And then I still had to go. And I was like, okay. And they gave me like 24 hours to pack all my stuff and move from Pennsylvania to Texas.
Damn. That's super fucked up of a school to do. It's like, you know that this person has a mental health issue and then you just like lay the shit down on them. And
it's like, I understand that there were things that I shouldn't have been doing 100%.
Like,
but I think that the way that certain things were handled were a little extreme.
Yeah, totally. Like, we all have to accept responsibility for our own actions, but there's also, like, outliers that aren't necessarily
There's certain things that need to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, I just learned that part about you. Can we dive in a little bit onto...
What do you want to know?
What? You tried to kill yourself.
Yeah, at one point.
At one point.
Yeah.
Why?
Just lots of things. So many things. It was like around the 1-year anniversary of a trauma of mine. A little sexual assault situation had happened a year prior.
Fuck.
And yeah. Year anniversary, really sad. Man.
Oh, the year anniversary.
Yeah, that's what it was. So it was like a year after that.
Oh, okay.
That was right before I went to the hospital.
I've never. Whenever I went to church camp,
mm-hmm.
I went to church camp every summer whenever I was in high school, and there was one kid there that told me that he tried to commit suicide, and that's whenever he got all religious and stuff, I guess. But one of my really good buddies, Marcus LaPlante, who I've mentioned on here a few times, he killed himself in Steamboat. He shot himself in the head in front of the cops in his driveway.
Oh.
It was fucking wild. And that hit me hard.
I bet.
Was it, I mean, it's got to be super extreme, like depression, sadness to go down that path.
I mean, this wasn't just like a spur of the moment thing. It wasn't like a one time. I tried to kill myself for the first time when I was like 10.
Yeah.
So
I don't mean to laugh, but
it's kind of LOL because like imagine being 10 trying to it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I tried to do it the first time when lots of things have happened. Mental health has been an issue for a long time. Yeah.
Damn. Well, I'm glad that you're still here, Zaria.
Still chugging.
I think that we're all still glad that you're here.
Thanks.
Because you're a very delightful person to be around.
Do what I can.
All right, guys. Sorry, we had a little bit of a technical issue with my camera using my phone. Ran out of storage. So sorry about that, but we're back. Yes, we are very glad that you are still here, Zaria.
Thanks so much.
Do you think that golfing, I mean, you said you liked it, but you didn't like you weren't like in love with it. It's not like your thing.
No.
Do you have a thing that you love to do? Like, what's your thing?
I like to be around. I like to hang out with people, hang out with friends, hang out with new people.
Just hanging out.
Just like to hang out.
Hanging out with friends, being around friends.
Feeling the vibes.
Camaraderie.
Yeah. Well, for the community aspect.
Meeting new people.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Depending on if you like them or not.
Depends on the vibe. It's like it can happen very quickly.
Like, hey, I'm so and so, and I'm Zaria. I don't like you.
Yeah, I'll just know.
Right on. Well, a lot of people, seem, what I've found anyway, a lot of people can come off like they suck, but that also, like you and everybody and me, we all got like some sort of demons and
Definitely.
some sort of history. Mm-hmm. So I try to not judge people really right off the bat.
Not right them off, but I just know how I'm going to respond to certain people immediately.
Yeah, like just their
Can't
personality.
Say this, yeah. You don't say everything to everybody.
Right.
So based off that one interaction, I'll be like, certain things I won't say when you're present. Not you specifically, but depending on who I'm talking to.
Right.
Certain things I won't say if that person's present.
Yeah, that's just. I think that's maybe not common courtesy, but like wisdom. Like you can call it, like, what you can say around certain people and what to not say around certain people, I think is very key. And some people are just daft to that aspect. Like, I should not say this right now because this person's here, and then they just.
Some people just lack that social awareness, man.
Yeah, awareness.
They just say any and everything, and those are the kind of people where I'm just like,
yeah. They don't necessarily need to hang around you.
Not all the time. It's not something that I would choose to do personally.
Yeah, like if you're around, whenever I'm around, because somebody else brought you around, that's cool. Like, you can be chill and just.
I'm not gonna go out of my way for that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hit you up.
Yeah.
Totally understandable. So just chilling is your thing. I love chilling.
Let's chill.
That's one of the reasons why I'm working so hard and trying to build something is so that I can chill.
Chilling is nice.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to fucking go to work in the morning.
No,
I just want to chill. I want to hang out with my dog all day.
Yeah. Warren's such a babe. Why wouldn't you hang out with her all day? She's so that girl.
I know, right? She's such a good, bad girl.
She's so that girl.
Have you ever wanted to pursue a career in golf?
I'm not like if it happened, I'd be like, that's crazy. Imagine, LOL. But I would do it. Like if one day I woke up and someone was like, we want to recruit you for this team to play golf, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that I looked this up before you came here? So white people are professional golfers. This is are about 66.2% of all professional golfers. Hispanic or Latinos are 13.4%, and Black or African Americans are 9% of professional golfers.
I think I could do it just based on vibes. I could just show up and just say like I want to play golf, and they'd be like, "This black girl wants to play golf," and then I'd be famous.
This black girl wants to play golf.
Well, then I'd be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't want that life,
Don't need the attention.
No, I don't need the fame. They can cut me the check though.
Oh yeah. Professional athletes making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Well, I guess depends on the sport, I suppose.
Golfers would do alright.
Professional disc golfers don't make that much money.
Probably not.
Professional basketball players or professional golfers, they making. I guess it depends on if you win or not.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a golf pro,
and not be very good.
I
can honestly, I'm okay to be bottom of the barrel. I just just good enough to cut the check,
Yeah.
I want to be just good enough to cut the check in the professional golf.
You gotta get some sponsors.
I don't want to do too much.
You gotta win at least one tournament.
Oh.
You think that you still got it?
No.
No?
No.
Guess we'll see on Tuesday.
We're going on Tuesday. I'll let you know the score.
Tuesday. I'm not sure if we got to if that part was in the last part, but Tuesday we going golfing.
We're going golfing on Tuesday.
Yeah, haymaker. Be there, be square. So with the percentages of race in the golf world, and being a young black woman such as yourself, especially whenever you were younger, maybe, or in college, basically whenever, did you ever experience any prejudice, like going to country clubs or anything like that from the
I don't think so.
People, or
I think if it was happening, they weren't doing it enough for me to be aware. Like they weren't doing it in my face.
like
so
they weren't being blatant
yeah,
racist
there was no
to you.
no blatant disrespect coming my way. So if they were upset, that's fine. I didn't know, so whatever.
Yeah, it only will matter if
It only matters if
it
they're
makes
bringing
you,
it to me.
and if you care enough to like take offense to it.
They're not bringing it to me, so whatever.
And that's good.
Didn't really know. Yeah, nothing happened, and I was like, oh, white men on the golf course, you know.
Yeah,
It didn't happen to me.
That's everywhere. White men on the golf course.
Yeah, I didn't have one of those moments, so one call it a success.
That's good. Because I mean, I feel like in those situations, it can only affect you as much as you let it.
For sure. I mean, like, nobody's gonna call me the N-word and it's gonna be okay.
Oh,
but, like,
no.
for certain things, it's just, like, whatever. Like, I just, like, don't
Man,
care about certain things.
that shit would not fly if I was standing there.
Yeah, obviously. But,
I'd
like,
be what
other
the fuck
stuff,
did you just say, old man?
I just don't care. Like, a
Old
lot of
person?
stuff is just in one ear and out the other. Who cares? I'm never gonna see that stranger again. Why do I care what they think about me? I don't.
No doubt.
Don't care. I'm not gonna change the way I'm living my life.
No, fuck no.
Who cares?
Who cares? Fuck yourself. You're an asshole? Go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
I don't give a shit what you have to say.
Those people suck.
They do. A lot of people suck.
Yeah. And that's why we don't talk to those people. Those people just not
Yeah.
that.
Let them do them,
Yeah.
and then let you do you.
Worrying about it will make me age bad, and I plan to age very well, so can't
Hell
worry
yeah.
about it.
So like whenever you were in college,
Mm-hmm.
were you a studious person? I mean, obviously you mentioned the smoking and the empty beverages and stuff like that. Did you like to keep your grades up?
I definitely I started out very strong. I got a little worse as time progressed, just because mental illness. Like I just wasn't very happy in my major, so I changed my major. And then once I got like happy in my major, then things started to go awry. But I'd say I wasn't like failing all my classes,
That's good.
But C's get degrees, ladies and gentlemen.
C's get degrees.
So if
It's
they
a
hit
good
a
way of
C,
thinking about
I'd
it,
be like,
a real positive way of thinking
it
about it.
could be better, but also I'm gonna graduate, and
Yeah.
that's what matters.
As long as you
Plus,
get
my
that
son
piece
didn't
of paper.
graduate, but
Yeah.
That.
There's that.
that was the thought process at the time.
Hey, I'm a firm believer in that you don't need a college degree to be successful.
For sure.
I don't have a college degree. I
Look at
mean,
you.
I'm not exactly like you, but I went to college and did not graduate. So it was more of not a waste of money, but
I definitely want to go
learned.
back. You learned
Do you
some
want to
stuff?
go back? Yeah, I learned some stuff. I learned what I wanted to do. I went to college because, so I used to trim trees for power line clearance. And then I remember specifically this time that I decided that I wanted to go to college. I was cutting down a pine tree that was completely covered in snow. And I just I moved or something, a bunch of snow dumped down the back of dumped down my back.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I was just in a bad mood that day. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm sick of this job. I'm going to go make snowboards. Because that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
I wanted to start a snowboard company.
That's it.
And so I went to school for ski and snowboard business at CMC, Colorado Mountain College. And the class, ski and snowboard product and design, we basically started a mock ski or snowboard company from the ground up. It was a really cool class. And then we presented our products to actual ski and snowboard buyers.
That's cool.
And then they pick whoever, like, you're in teams, and then whoever wins gets one of their skis or snowboard designs actually made. And but through that class, I realized that I did not want to start a snowboard company.
Period.
Just because of, if that's like your passion and that's what you want to do, then, you know, all power to you. But for me, being like starting something from the ground up, which is what I'm doing here, but I don't have, it's not as much overhead in a podcast as there is in creating a snowboard company. And it's just a whole lot more work.
I was
that
gonna
I
say,
didn't really want to do.
That would be like your livelihood.
Yeah, you're not doing anything else.
Did you have to put together a business plan for it?
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We had to do something like that in high school. I went to like this business school. We had to like, do that.
Yeah, I put together a lot of business plans in college. Business class and the ski and snowboard classes. I did multiple ones. And I did not put a business plan together for this podcast.
It's okay.
I'm just winging it.
Feel vibes.
That's literally what I'm doing, is feeling the vibes.
Do it.
Just kind of going with it.
As you should.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. So back to you. You didn't graduate because of all the shit. I can't. Man, it sucks about this. The film dying out, because we were talking for a solid few minutes after that. But basically, you said that because of all the mishaps with the committing suicide shit, that you tried to get a medical leave to not go to school, and then
they denied it.
Then they denied it, and then they basically kicked you out.
Yeah, then I got in trouble, and then I got suspended.
Yeah, just straight up bullshit from the college fucking people.
It was a wild place for sure. For sure.
Do you regret anything from that time period?
No.
Would you say that, like, everything that happened to you with the taking your own life or trying to take your own life and the leaving college, all that shit, what did you learn from it?
That it would make the people around me so sad if I unalive. So now I can't do it, you know. But
I can't let the people down.
Yeah, essentially, you know. But, you know, talk to my therapist about this. She said it's fine to be living for something, you know. So living for the people around me right now, till I get to the point where I'm living for myself, of course. But, you know, I just learned that the people around me would be really sad if I was to peace out. And I also learned that sometimes things happen and they suck, but then other things happen that are a little bit better. So it's whatever.
Yeah.
Happens.
With every... Oh, man. I was about to say this killer little saying, and I was about to make it up, but I couldn't come up with it. With every grain of sand, there comes a grain of sugar.
Yeah, sure.
Does that work?
I don't know. I don't know if you can say it does.
A grain of sugar is better than a grain of sand.
Sure. That could be it.
But, yeah, I mean, as long as you can come out on the other side alive and in a better mindset, then I think that you won.
Definitely.
Can I ask a stupid question?
What's the question?
How did you want to try to kill yourself?
Oh, I've been an OD shorty, so it was always going to be pills for me. First time I tried it was the pills.
That's scary.
Anytime after, it's been... Well, it's just like, don't want to leave a mess for people to clean up, you know?
Yeah. No doubt. My thought about that kind of stuff was, I don't want to get into the subject of thinking about trying to kill yourself, but like, if you really wanted to do it, why wouldn't you do it in a way that was just going to be like, boom.
So definite?
Yeah, so indefinite. Because like, people could come in, if you were to try to OD, people could come in, call 911, and then, you know, you get saved. And, I mean, obviously that's a good thing.
Right.
But.
So, for me, it's not so much like, oh, I just want to die. It's more so just like, not like right now, obviously, but at the time, it was just more so like, I'm so tired of like fighting every day so hard just to be here, you know? It was just like, I'm exhausted. Like, it's not like I necessarily want to be dead, but it's just like, I want this to be done, you know? I want this feeling to not be here anymore. So then you get to this point eventually where it's just like the only way that this, well, not the only way, but you feel like the only way to escape this feeling is to just be done altogether. So it's not, I don't know. Some people choose different paths in how they want to do things, obviously, but for me, it was more so like, well, I did it this way, because I think in the back of my mind, I knew I wasn't really trying to die for real. Like, if it happened, it was kind of just whatever. But I don't know if my intention was necessarily to be dead, more so just to stop the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever develop any kind of addiction or anything?
No, I'm not a pills gal, and like, pills aren't my thing for like just vibes, because I have a problem with medicine. I want to take too many. So I just don't really do pills. Now I steer clear of the
That's good. Pills are bad.
Pills are bad. Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. I was addicted to Percocets for probably 2 years.
Work.
Maybe probably even longer than that, actually. And I got myself off of it, and then moved to Colorado to be away from that environment.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I have an addictive personality.
Yeah.
I'm addicted to nicotine. I love drinking.
Same. Got a little problem with weed too. It's just certain
I don't
drugs
like
that
to
I
call
just
that a problem though.
Yeah,
I'm just getting my mind right.
There's certain drugs that I know that I have to like, oof, you can't be doing that, girl, because you will get a problem.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's good to have self-awareness.
For sure.
Because if you're not self-aware, then you're
It'll
just
be a problem, yeah. It'll become a problem. So I just try to prevent problems from becoming problems. But yeah, it was always going to be pills for me. That was my way out personally.
And which pills?
I was on some antidepressants. I was taking my antidepressants.
No kidding.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that's what it was. It was just my antidepressants. And then they came and took one of them.
Xanax?
No, I was on Wellbutrin, and I was on, I went through a couple before we like finally settled, but I think at that time it was like probably like there was it was all of the medicines that we had tried that failed. So like whatever was just in the drawer, there was like some Tramadol or something in there, some sleeping medicine, there was some Wellbutrin that was for like ADHD and depression. There was some anxiety medical, like some beta blockers in there. It was a little cocktail.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, wow.
What, is there something that you found to bring you out of all that?
I mean...
Was it leaving college?
College was a problem, sure, but like, I mean, like, leaving wasn't gonna solve. I knew that leaving wasn't gonna solve all my problems, because I had problems before I got there.
But like, you seem happy now. Like,
I mean, like, sure, I'm a good pretender. I just am now more so just like, I don't know. I've just made some changes in my life and just understanding like some things are out of my control. And I just need to be okay with that. And the things that are within my control, like, you know, what are you worried about it for? It just doesn't matter. I've defaulted back to the world's going to end anyways, which is something that my therapist is trying to get me to stop doing. But we're back there. So honestly, the world's going to end. Who cares? It doesn't matter.
You know what my mantra is?
What is it?
Worrying is like a rocking chair.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you something to do, but it doesn't get you anywhere.
There you go.
I stole that from Van Wilder.
That's good.
Honestly, like I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
And it still makes sense.
It does.
Because the way I look at it, like shit happens. Every day shit happens. Bad shit happens in the world. People die. People are happy.
Mm-hmm.
But unless there's specifically something that you can do about it to make it better, what good is it doing you to worry about it.
For sure.
Other than drive you crazy.
I've been thinking more so like, okay, take the problem, right? If the world were to end next week, is this going to matter? If the answer is no, hey, I don't know. It's survived me. Maybe next week is too short. If the world ended in a month, would this matter? And if the answer is no, what does it matter for today? You know, obviously that some things are accepted. You know, there's exceptions to some things. Some things are a little more serious. You got to worry about some. But most stuff, if it's not going to matter a month from now, if the world ended next month, would I be worried about this? No. I don't worry about it today.
Yeah.
Worrying makes you age bad. Worrying makes people age bad.
No doubt.
And I can't age bad.
Hey, no, I'm trying not to.
I can't do it.
I already got mad gray hair.
You gotta just not age. You don't age.
And I think that my gray hair is from stressing too much. Whenever I was younger, I mean, I don't know if it's from genes or whatnot, but I'm only 36. I got bad gray hair. I know you can't see it right now, and you're probably too nice to tell me about it.
I'll tell you, because I'm a good friend.
Yo, you got gray hair. No shit.
Gotta stop stressing.
No doubt. Stress just, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I stress myself out more than other things stress me out. Like, I'm always like, am I doing enough? Am I working hard enough? If I literally sit down for some time, it's not all the time, but I got restless leg syndrome. Like, sitting down for me.
A little shake.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just constantly like. But like now, I'm not doing it because we're having a very awesome conversation. But ask her, like, if I don't have something specific to do, I'm just like pacing back and forth. The only time I can sit down is if I'm eating dinner or after smoking a bowl or two and then watching a movie, or if I'm reading. Other than that, I can't sit down. It's not that I have anxiety, it's just I gotta be doing something. My mind is just constantly fucking working, which also I think at work sometimes, like at work I do landscaping and I'm the foreman of the crew, and I'll have a house that needs to have a full landscape around it, and there's different steps to everything, and typically I'm a 3-man crew, me and my 2 homies, and then today, for instance, there were 2 other guys there, and all I had to do was find stuff for them to do while I'm still working. But if I'm not working, then I feel like I'm not getting shit done. But if I am working, and then these guys get another job done, and then they want to ask me what else they should do, and then I'm not able to get the job that I'm doing done, it's just, I don't know what it is. Like, it's multitasking on a higher level. It's not even me multitasking. It's coordinating other people to do things. It just stresses me out. I had a little bit of a freak out today. I snipped at my friend Jake. I said, I'm thinking, and he said, what? I said, I'm thinking!
It's got a little loud.
Yeah. And he made a face. And he's like, whoa. I'm like, and then I think about that for like an hour afterwards of how I reacted to that situation. Yeah. Because it's kind of a pain in the ass being so self-aware of every single thing that I do. And I am so nitpicky about every single thing that I do. What I could have done that better. I could have done that worse. I did it okay. I could have done it better. So I feel you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just a constant battle in your brain.
For sure.
Against yourself.
Yeah. I'm done nitpicking myself though. I've just decided that what am I doing that for? Like, if I said something, I probably meant it. And, you know?
Yeah.
If that hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. And I can apologize for the way
Are
that
you
made
sorry,
you feel.
though?
Well, I'm sorry for the way that made you feel. I'm not sorry for what I said.
Right.
I'm not sorry for what I said, but I'm sorry for that made you feel that way.
I'm sorry I'm sorry that you made, or that...
I'm sorry that my actions made you feel that way. And then that's, my bad. But I said what I said. Yeah, there's no more, well, I should have done this differently. For what? Like, I just think, like, sure, like, understanding that you could have done something differently is important. But also, okay, I did this, I could have done it differently, now what? Like, I can't go back and do it a different way. Like, now I can just be like, hey, this is the way that I should do it moving forward. I can't, I can't be stressing about that either. I can't.
Assess, analyze, and move on.
That's it. I can only do so much. I used to be so worried about it, and I used to be like, what if people are so mad at me? But I just, like, I don't care. I don't care.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean,
even if they are, it matters, like, especially if it's your friends, and you did something that was...
For sure, and I'll think about it.
Against them or rude or whatever.
And I'll consult, and I'll apologize if I feel that I was wrong, and I'll mean it. But I think it does a disservice to both of us if I apologize and I don't mean it, first of all.
Yeah, I'm basically apologizing to make you feel
Just
better.
to make you feel better.
But that also doesn't mean that's not also a bad thing. If that makes the other person feel better and you do care about that person and you're not necessarily are sorry about it, but it does make them feel better, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
That's situational for sure for me.
Yeah.
If it's something small and it's just like, whatever, like, sure, sorry, whatever. If it's like, you, like, really feel like I'm in the wrong and I really, really feel like I'm not, we can have a conversation about it. And we can discuss it. I can't apologize. Like, I can just only apologize for certain things. Like, if what I did made you feel badly, then that is an apology. That's warrants an apology for sure, 100%. 100%, and I know that.
I'm sorry that what I did made you feel bad.
No, I'm not going to say that.
But I'm not sorry for doing it.
I'm going to say, I understand that what I said made you upset, and I'm very sorry for that.
I understand.
With that being said, I don't feel what I said was wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very sorry that you're upset and that you didn't like that, and that's very unfortunate, and I understand that.
Not apologizing for the way that they feel, but I understand that you dislike the way that what I said, but I'm not sorry for saying it because it needed to be said.
I meant what I said.
Or I meant what I said.
Okay.
And, mean what you say.
Got to.
And also think about what you say
100%.
before you say it.
Words hold power, guys.
Words hold so much power. It's unbelievable how important communication is, which I'm going to be doing a series on communication. Solo. Yeah, I've been working on it for a while, and I'm working my way up to actually doing it.
You should do it.
My problem is that I think that I have a little bit of a imposter syndrome, in that I don't think that people... It's not that I don't think people want to hear what I have to say or care what I have to say. It's something I don't know what it is. Like, I know what I know, and I know that these things are true. But it's weird for me to project it onto other people. I don't know.
I don't know if that would be projecting. Thing. Maybe that would just be you putting out your information, and people can take from it what they need.
Thank you. I like that.
There you go.
I appreciate that. Word. Well, I've loved this conversation.
It's a good one.
Even better than the last one.
I would agree.
I just gotta double check.
Nervous?
Yes, as always. We good.
Good to
go. Let me see here. So you moved to Steamboat last December. Do you love it in Steamboat?
I like it in Steamboat.
You like it in Steamboat?
Yeah.
You said last time that you were probably going to move on here in a little bit.
Yeah, this will be my last winter in Steamboat, but I think that it was a good time, and it was good for what I needed it to be.
Yeah.
So, success.
Oh yeah, you just don't see a future here.
I just want to see what's next. Like, I could always come back if I got out there and I was like, man, I miss Steamboat. I could always just come back to Steamboat. But I'm ready to see what's next. What's coming up?
Feel that. You still young. You still a young buck. Young dope.
Locked down by nothing. Going with the wind.
Hell yeah. More power to you, girl. Be a rambler all you want.
All day.
You like it here though, right?
Yeah, it's cool. I met some great people.
Lifetime long friends?
Definitely. It's a good time for sure. And I'll definitely come back. Like, this is definitely somewhere that I'd like to be. Like, I'll definitely come visit. I might even live here at some point again. But just ready for what's next. No.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
Definitely.
It's a hard place to be like, I'm leaving here.
Yeah, for sure.
Steamboat curse.
That's what they say.
The sleeping giant holds.
Well,
the
initially
steamboat
I was
curse.
only going to stay for one season. I was only going to stay for a winter, that last winter. And I gave it another summer.
It's a good thing you stayed for the summer because
Exactly.
the summers are the shit.
That's what I heard, so that's why I stayed for the summer. So now I've done my summer, I've done my winter, I'm going to do my last winter. And then we're going to go see what's next.
Hell yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm going to move on to the last few questions that I like to ask everybody.
Yeah.
I asked you them before.
Yeah.
But I keep asking this question. I don't know how much relevance it has to anything, but I still like to ask it. Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac has been more in the rotation as of late. So I'm going to say Tupac.
Tupac, hell yeah. Love Tupac.
Yeah.
Love Tupac's for the rhythm.
Yeah.
Biggie for the gangster shit.
Makes
I
you
mean,
feel, makes you feel hard.
yeah, he's just got like
something
that
crazy.
those hard lyrics, you know.
Like you're gonna
And
go do
Tupac,
something crazy.
Tupac's get a little bit more like a love vibe,
Yeah.
a little bit, depending on the album. Are you a reader? And if you are, a favorite book?
Mhm.
And if not a reader, a favorite song or lyric?
Okay. Reader-ish. Not a super reader.
You like
I'm
poetry.
more into poetry books these days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
big
then
poetry
also,
book fan.
do you have a poem
That's my
specifically?
favorite.
That's your favorite.
There's this one by Langston Hughes, and I think it's like I don't remember the name of it. It was like
Langston Hughes.
it was something about a beatbox. It was something beatbox, something. I think it was like Brooklyn beatbox or something. But that one was nice. It was a poem about him falling in love in this city, and how all the actions of this person that he was falling in love with reminded him of the music in this beatbox. It was a good poem. I like that poem a lot.
Yeah.
So that one was solid. Yeah. Song. We're going to go see Renee Rapp next week. Her album's been heavy in the rotation.
Who?
Renee Rapp.
Renee Rapp.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her. I've never heard of her
Get into
before.
it.
Renee Rapp.
I'd say "Tummy Hurts" is one of the songs on her new album. It's a good one, up there on the list for me for sure.
Tummy hurts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Word. Do you have a favorite lyric? You don't have to think of one.
That's
you
a
don't
lot
have
of
one
thinking.
off the top of your head.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have one right now.
I don't have one off the top of my head
Okay.
either. All right, and last one. One thing that you want to do before you die.
Skydiving.
Skydiving, yeah. We
Yes.
talked about that. I put it
Yeah,
up there.
it's up there.
Remember? Zaria, skydive.
Lady went skydiving recently, so she's inspired me. She said it wasn't that bad, so I think I can do it.
Man, it's gonna be intense.
That was her
I
first
wanna
time in
go
a
too.
plane.
Damn.
First
really?
time she's ever been in a plane, she jumped out
She
of it.
jumped out.
She's insane.
That's wild.
She's insane.
That's pretty funny. That is comical. That could be me. First time I get into a plane,
Jumped out of it.
jumped out of it.
Just wild on that one.
That's cool. Yeah, we're gonna go skydiving. Maybe right before you leave, it could be your going
Definitely.
away party or
That
some
could
shit
be
like that.
it. That could be it.
Hell
It's
yeah.
on me and Megan's bucket list.
I'll write that down too. Going away party.
Skydiving. I think that would be lovely. Everyone will go. It'll be a fun group event. It'll be so bonding for us to all jump out with a plane together, you know?
Oh fuck yeah! You know, like hold hands in the
Yeah,
air.
in a circle.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
You might have to go twice to be able to do that though.
That's okay.
I've never gone, so I don't know.
Me neither. We'll find out.
We about to find out.
We're gonna find out.
Hell yeah, Zaria. Well, thank you so much for coming on. This
For
has been a real ass conversation,
Good one.
and I really appreciate you opening yourself up.
For sure.
like especially to me, a stranger.
Yeah.
And yeah, it means a lot to me. So thank you.
Sure. Well, yeah, no problem.
Hell yeah. Can't wait to hang out again.
Yeah.
I mean,
I have golf
we're
on
gonna go
Tuesday.
golfing.
Are you going tomorrow?
Sunset happy hour tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I'm taking a mental health day tomorrow.
As you should. You should go Sunset happy hour with us. Because
Yeah.
we're a hoot and a half.
Hoot and a half.
Telling you.
Not 2 hoots.
No,
Hoot and a half.
that's too much.
That's too many hoots.
Too
Two
many.
hoots is too many hoots. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Check out Zaria on her Instagrams. I'm gonna post all
On
this shit.
Instagram.
No Instagram. Okay, don't check out Zaria on Instagram. Check out Zaria right here on this podcast.
This is the other place.
All right, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of the Academy of Underdogs. Thank you, Z-Dog,
Of
for
course.
becoming an official underdog. And yeah, guys, we'll catch y'all next time. Much love. Tell somebody you love them today. Dev Dog and Z-Dog out. If you know anybody that's got a story and want to tell it, come on to the show, then please DM me, email, whatever way to communicate is best for you is best for me. All my contact info is in the show notes. Got my email, got my socials, so please hit me up. I'm trying to build a community out here, and everybody has got a story, and I think that everybody's story should be heard. So hit me up. See y'all later.